Hi there. Good morning. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm here today at the Lincoln Center. I was earlier at the Supreme Court trying to burn all that possibly I'm going to eat today. Walking, and it's quite a long walk. I'm on this side is the Washington Memorial, and here on the back is Lincoln Memorial. Thanksgiving. What is Thanksgiving all about? Thanksgiving is a day of reckoning, a day of accountability of one's own thanks. Everything in life is about a balance. When you say thank you to someone, your balance or your indebtedness is decreased. When everything is in balance, imagine this. I give something of value to you. You take it and walk away. And I walk away on the other side. Guess what? There is an incompleteness. Both sides, the receiver and the giver, feel that they're missing something. You know what they're missing? They forgot to say thank you. When you say thank you, it makes you feel complete. It gives you the sense of satisfaction, both to the receiver and the giver. Even though the giver may not be expecting it, a thank you completes the transaction. So my friends, Thanksgiving Day is a day of reckoning, a day to say thanks to the one who brought you in life, starting from your mother, father, brothers, siblings, relatives, family members, friends, teachers, employers, associates. All of them have made you life meaningful, and saying thanks to them completes your life. It gives you happiness. It gives you the joy. All right, Mohazam, I saw you. Thanks, Mohazam. I'm talking about Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving Day to you, my friends. And let me share a story about Thanksgiving. It's a beautiful story. You know, there are people who do not have, who are handicapped, cannot see, cannot hear, don't have the legs, don't have the arms, but they're thankful for the life. They're not bitching, they're not griping, they're not complaining about life, but they're expressing their gratitude. One such story is the story of Appaya. When I was a kid, when I was a teenager, back in my home, on Sundays particularly, the people on this, the beggars, the people, poor people, the disadvantaged people, all of them would come in a row in front of the home. Each home they walk by, and we will donate them food, clothing, money, whatever we had. My father had assigned me the role of sitting in the door and handing out different things to those who pass by in front of our home. And people who are lepers, people who cannot see, people who cannot hear, people with all kinds of ailments would pass by. And we give them whatever we had to share. This, one of that guy's, his name is Appaya. Appaya did not have hands, no arms, no legs. And he crawled home to home to receive some good. Friends, I'm talking about Thanksgiving. Why Thanksgiving should be a meaningful day. How can we make it meaningful to you? That's what I'm talking about. So Appaya goes from home to home. He didn't have the arms or the legs. In those days, in the early 60s, the cars, the tire of the car had tubes inside. When the tubes could not be used, people would cut the tubes and use it for different purposes. So Appaya cut the tube in a rectangle and put it on the back and tie it from the four sides. And he would crawl on the back. He would crawl on the back from home to home. And this is the story of Appaya, what gratitude is all about. So what did Appaya do? He came in front of my home. I was a teen. I was 12, 13, something like that. And the only thing a teen thinks about is getting married, having a life, having a woman in life, as a male I'm talking about, and having a house, job. These are the common ambitions of a youth. That was my ambition. So when Appaya came, I didn't see much in his life. He does not have the hands. He does not have the legs. What is he going to live for? He does not have a home, does not have a family. So in those days, people committed suicide if they don't have much in life going. And in fact, Plano, Texas, if you remember, the city of Plano in Texas was a suicide capital in the late 80s. So I dared Appaya. I said to Appaya, Appaya, look, I'm a young man. I have these ambitions in my life. But what do you have? You don't have anything. Why don't you commit suicide? That's the wrong thing to say now, but at that time it was okay, because a lot of people committed suicide. So Appaya looks at me straight in my eyes and laughs. I was completely baffled. I was taken. I'm asking this guy a question. He's got nothing in life, nothing. And then he's laughing at me. What is it? I say, Appaya, why are you laughing? He looked straight in my eyes and he said, you know, young man, there is so much to be grateful. He said, I have the eyesight. When I get up in the morning, I see the sun rising on the east and the blue skies. I look forward to the morning. I love seeing the blue skies. I love seeing the sunrise. I'm thankful to the God for giving me the eyes. I may not have the arms and legs, but I have the eyes. Then he says, when it rains, anytime it rains, after a dry spell of a few days, when the raindrops fall on the dirt, the smell that comes out of the earth is so beautiful, so magnificent. When the rain comes, I crawl into the rain and smell that. I'm so grateful. I don't know about you. Me, every time it rains, I make a point to walk out and smell that earth. It is so beautiful fragrance. So that comes from Appaya. I was looking here. Then he says, as I walk down the street, each one of you is cooking different foods and giving different foods. I enjoy the smell of that. As a teen, as a youth, I'm completely baffled, completely taken back. The guy does not have a hand, legs, and arms. All he can do is see, hear, taste. And yet he's being grateful to the life. He's not complaining. He's not griping. He's not bitching about it. What a nice thing to do. That had an impact on my life forever. Any time in my life now, if I miss something, if I don't get something, I don't gripe. I don't complain. I accept it as a part of life. I said, if Appaya can express gratitude for just having eyes, not having anything else, I have no right to complain about life. Thanks to Appaya, being grateful is the right thing to do. Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving, fellows. As I was talking earlier, it's cold out here, 32 degrees. I'm freezing. Not freezing, quite freezing, but it is very cold. In your life, every day somebody has done something good to you. Let me share who has done a good to me. When I was working in early 70s in Bangalore, my first boss, Harban Slal, always appreciated me. I wrote his letters for customers, clients, and each time he would say, "You are going to be a great writer someday." That's how his sound was. "You're going to be a great writer someday." Guess what? Those words echo in my ears every day. Today, my book is coming out next month. Probably 2 or 3 books will come out in this year. And I owe that to Harbans Lal. The words he said made me who I am today. Of course, in our lives, our mother, we come with the help of everyone. We have to express that gratitude. When you express that gratitude, it makes you feel good. It takes the burden off you. Every time you receive some good, every time you receive some benefit, it's a burden on you. The only way to unlighten that burden is give something back to someone, or at the least say thank you. So my friends, from your mother, your father, siblings, friends, employees, fellow associates, all of them have done some good to you in their lives. Of course, you cannot say thank you to each one of them. I can't say thank you to my mom and my dad. They have passed away. So the best thing you can do is take a 3x5 card. Let me see if I have one. Yes, take a 3x5 card or a notepad and start writing their names. Every little thing somebody has done to you, think about it. If you have the time, call them. Call them and let them know that you appreciate it. If you don't have the time, at least you thought about them. You wrote their names in your own mind or in your notepad or on your computer. That gives you relief. Try that. Try that. You know, today you're enjoying your turkey lunch. While you're doing that, instead of watching TV, turn the TV off for 10 minutes. Start writing the names of the people that thank you, starting from your mother and all the way down till today. Everyone that has done any good to you. Now let me make a distinction about good. There are people you may not like, but they have done some good to you. Be grateful to them. I'll give you a story. I was working in Saudi Arabia. My boss, Ed Nesbitt, hated me or hated Muslims. I was not a Muslim at that time, but my name was Muslim. He hated me to no end. 3 months, 6 months down the road, everyone got the job reviews and promotions and pay increase. I had no hopes. I had completely given up because this guy didn't like Muslims and me by the name. So he came and threw the papers in front of me, signed this review, and I had to turn this on Monday. I didn't open the envelope. I let it sit there. I did not have the courage to open the envelopes. I didn't expect much from this guy at Nesbitt. So comes Monday, he walks into the office and says, "Did you sign the papers?" I said, "No yet." He said, "Sign these papers, I need to turn that in." I opened the envelope, looked at the papers, review papers, and I couldn't believe my eyes. I literally had to pinch myself. He had given on 5 categories 10 out of 10 points to me about my work performance, about my attitude, and getting along with people, being efficient. So 10 points. It was the Floor Corporation. I couldn't believe my eyes. And I said, "Ed, is this your review?" Guess what he said? That changed my life. And that is the story I'm sharing to make your Thanksgiving meaningful. Ed looked at me straight in my eyes and he said, he used the language, "son of a bitch." He said, "I don't like you, but I'm not going to deny you for your quality of work, for your efficiency, your attitude. You deserve all the 10 points, but I still don't like you." That left an indelible mark on my life. I have learned over the period of years, I may not like an aspect of you, but I will not deny you what you deserve. What a distinction it was. And I'm always grateful to Ed Nesbitt. Of course, he passed away in Pattaya Beach in Thailand long time ago. So friends, I have things to thank to him. Even though he didn't like me, I didn't like him initially, but I'm who I am today because I learned things from him. I learned from all my bosses in the past, all my associates, all my friends. There is something to learn. I learned from my kids, my daughter, my son. And now I'm going to learn from my grandkids. So being grateful is the right thing to do. Being thankful is the right thing to do. And separating in an individual the good and bad is the right thing to do. Now the second point I want to make it meaningful on this Thanksgiving Day is learning to forgive. Forgiveness is just like Thanksgiving. When you receive some good, you give it back by saying thanks. Forgiving holds you down, but when you forgive somebody, it frees you up. Now, this involves from your siblings, your brothers, sisters, uncles, aunts, friends, family members, associates, and all others you may have, your customers and patients. You may have had some difficulties with them. You may have said some things to them that you're not comfortable with. It's time for you to go to them and say, look, I said these things to you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Or if I meant it, I should not have said that. I'm wrong. See what happens. The person who thought didn't like you for your attitude, all of a sudden changes his or her attitude towards you. You feel good, he or she feels good. It's important that we forgive each other. Forgiveness takes away the burden and you feel good about it. So my friends, my hand is shaking because it is cold here, 32 degrees in the open. The open is Lincoln Memorial, and there is MLK Memorial. Then that is Washington Memorial across the street. To make it Thanksgiving meaningful, say thanks to the people that have done some good to you. That's always the right thing to do. And seek forgiveness from everyone that has wronged you or you have wronged them. God bless you. Thank you very much. And don't forget to write down the names of the people who have done good to you. If you can call them, that's good. If not, at least write their names down. Happy Thanksgiving, my friends. I am cold. And of course, I have walked. I was earlier at the Supreme Court. It's about 2.5 to 3 miles. I have walked. Oh, no matter what I eat today on Thanksgiving, I'm going to burn it off today. Happy Thanksgiving.